A former Commission on Elections commissioner and a former consultant trade barbs over glitches in the precinct count optical scan or PCOS machines. Patricia Ongchaco has that story.
Former COMELEC Commissioner Gus Lagman says glitches of the precinct count optical scan machines, such as the rejection of ballots and errors in transmission, show the machines are defective. Lagman explains if some ballots are rejected in one PCOS machine but are refed and accepted in another, then the previous PCOS machine is defective. These defective PCOS machines, Lagman says, may cause trouble in the May elections.
These machines were in storage for 3 years. And I told them that, we will have problems with maintenance, we will have to warehouse them. If we buy the equipment, they become ours. You store electronic equipment for many years and you'll have problems because many of those parts would deteriorate because of non-use.
Lagman says the COMELEC may not be fit to manage the 2013 elections. As he says, IT experts are needed for this task.
You need a project manager, a system integrator, with technical people. They have not done that. And we're already, 3 months before elections. They did not bid out the project management. Why? I can't understand that.
The former commissioner says the credibility of COMELEC Chairman Sixto Brillantes is suspect. As the chairman insists, PCOS machines have minor negligible glitches. A former COMELEC Advisory Council member, Ramon Casiple, asserts it is impossible for PCOS machines to be perfect. Casiple says it is normal for the machines to encounter problems. What matters are the contingency plans of the COMELEC if and when these errors take place. He says as long as these glitches are not resolved, they will adversely affect the elections. He says the focus should not be on the single ballot that was rejected by the PCOS machine during the mock polls, but on how many ballots were successfully read by the machine. As for the random manual audit, Casiple says there will always be discrepancies between the count of the machine versus the audit. While the PCOS machine rejects ambiguous ballots, Casiple says those conducting the audit may count half-shaded ovals as a vote. He says manual polls should no longer be an option.
Tinanggap na ng tao yung automated. Ang kailangan mo na lang dito fine-tuning. Ibig sabihin yung mga glitches, mga errors, etc. Sige, anuhin natin yan. Patibayin natin yung kakayahan ng makina.
Patricia Ongchaco, Solar News.
The Office of Civil Defense has begun construction of its first 3-in-1 facility to serve as command center, relief goods warehouse, and aircraft hangar in Fort Magsaysay, Nueva Ecija. Miguel Ortilla has details.
Gone are the days when storage and delivery of relief goods hamper government's disaster response operations. Newly appointed Office of Civil Defense Acting Administrator Eduardo Del Rosario led the groundbreaking of the agency's first 3-in-1 office. The plan is to build a 2,400 square meter structure worth 46 million pesos in Fort Magsaysay, Nueva Ecija to serve as Operation Command Center, Relief Goods Warehouse, and Aircraft Hangar in one.
This is futuristic na maaaring magamit natin at kakailanganin if ever na mayroong sakuna, calamity na mangyayari dito sa Central Luzon.
In the past, the NDRRMC has to rent out warehouses to store the relief goods due to its minimal space. And delivery of goods, particularly foreign aid, is often delayed as donations had to be dropped and deployed from the airports. The 3-in-1 facility will allow all these activities to happen simultaneously in one place.
Kung meron na tong 3-in-1, andito na yung goods, andito yung facility, madali na yung naita-transport sa mga affected areas.
For now, the pilot project is concentrated in Region 3 and should be completed in 7 months. There are plans to finish the construction of similar facilities in 6 other disaster-prone areas. Undersecretary Del Rosario says relief goods will be stored in these facilities even in the absence of a calamity. Next in the agency's priority is to have ready evacuation centers on identified calamity-prone areas.
Bigyan natin ng priority yung mga probinsya at munisipyo na nangangailangan ng talagang more or less permanent evacuation centers. And these evacuation centers must be constructed in a safe ground.
Miguel Ortilla, Solar News.
The Manila Police District will deploy 150 policemen to the Binondo area tomorrow to maintain order during the Chinese New Year celebrations. In addition, 30 Special Weapons and Tactics or SWAT personnel will monitor the area, while 50 other police officers will be standing by at the MPD headquarters. Meanwhile, 50 policemen and 8 SWAT personnel will be on hand during the Chinese New Year celebration at the Luneta Grandstand on Sunday. MPD Operations Deputy Director Chief Superintendent Ronald Estillas says the MPD has not received any threat on tomorrow's event, although he has instructed his policemen to be on alert during the occasion. Let's get the rainfall forecast now from Mai Rodriguez reporting from the Solar Weather Center. Mai?
Hi, Pia. We see fine weather this weekend, a mix of sun and clouds for the whole country. Still the easterlies affecting eastern sections and just isolated rains for the Bicol region, eastern Visayas, the Caraga and the Davao region. The northeast monsoon is starting to make a resurgence in northern Luzon, but it's not going to be that strong. So don't expect very cold weather, I'm afraid. We're actually going to see an early transition to the hot summer season as the amihan is expected to subside sometime next week. So for Luzon tomorrow, we won't see temperatures falling like they did in January, just ranging from the 20s to the low 30s in Metro Manila, Tagaytay, Legazpi, and Tuguegarao. Some isolated rains in these areas, while Baguio will see temperatures drop to 15 and settle at 24 degrees Celsius during the day. Let's check tomorrow's rainfall amounts. Light rains for northern Samar, spreading to Bohol and parts of Cebu sometime during the day. Same weather for eastern Mindanao, and most of the southern islands may have showers, especially South Cotabato, Sarangani, Jensan, up to the Zamboanga Peninsula. Elsewhere, it's clear skies for Luzon and Palawan. We see better weather for the whole country on Sunday. Mostly rain-free, as you can see here, except for brief light to moderate rains in Zamboanga City, Tawi-Tawi, and also for southern Palawan. Good weather extends to our Asian neighbors, just partly cloudy to cloudy from Tokyo, Beijing, and Shanghai. Still very cold though, lows of 1 to 2 degrees in Tokyo, dropping to -5 degrees on Sunday in Beijing and 0 in Shanghai tomorrow. I hope you're bringing your winter clothes if you're heading there this weekend. In other cities, very warm in Bangkok, highs of 33 to 34 degrees there, and thunderstorms on Sunday, some drizzles in Hong Kong and Taipei. You'll be pleased to know we expect cooler weather there this weekend, lows of 12 to 15 degrees Celsius. Now, if the weather here is pretty mild, it's a different story in the U.S. The Northeast is actually bracing for what could be an historic blizzard. Nearly 3,000 trips or flights, also bus trips, were canceled and emergency crews are on standby. The reason behind this, the wintry blast churning across the nation as a cold front and also a cold front barreling up the East Coast will unite. This is expected to dump as much as a foot of snow in New York and up to 3 feet in Boston Friday overnight into Saturday. Now, this monster storm is already drawing comparisons to the Great Blizzard of 1978, which happened around the first week of February as well. It was a catastrophic and historic nor'easter that brought blizzard conditions to the New England region, New Jersey, and New York. The Great Blizzard left about 100 people dead, and these pictures don't look too good. Now let's look at the current global satellite image for that region. We're showing you the two ferocious storm systems about to converge across the northeast. This is going to bring snow and then rain and cause severe coastal flooding and also potential power outages. Forecasters have already warned of whiteout conditions across New England and parts of New York. Huge parts of this region are now under a blizzard watch. Let's hope they are prepared over there. And that's your weather. Always be informed and keep safe. Pia?
Quezon City Police District was disappointed after testing the security measures in Robinson's Magnolia earlier today. 2 of the 3 policemen in civilian clothes were able to bring firearms inside the mall without being detected by security guards. AC Nichols filed this report.
Robberies in the metro in recent weeks prompted the Philippine National Police to check if security in malls are up to the task of screening armed shoppers. Quezon City Police, led by Senior Superintendent Richard Albano, today tested security at Robinson's Magnolia in Cubao. 3 QCPD police dressed as civilians brought a gun and tried to enter the mall. Police Officer Erickson Isidro, who put the gun in his sling bag, was not allowed to enter the mall. However, 2 other police dressed as civilians who tucked their gun in their pants were able to enter the mall.
Sinubukan natin ngayon yung readiness nila. Nakakadismaya eh. 2 baril may papasok dito. Ba't di nyo makita yon? So, ano to, it should be a wake-up call sa mga gwardiya dito, agency man, kung sinong concern. Titingnan natin hanggang doon sa pinakamababa na nag-i-implement nito. Salita tayo ng salita, di natin kayang gawin. Gawin natin.
Albano asked for an explanation from the head of the mall security, Pepe Gantalao. He told Gantalao to improve the supervision of security guards manning the mall's entrances. Gantalao blames the security agency hired by Robinson's Magnolia for not properly training the security guards. Security guards from Gengiscan, the agency which was hired to handle mall security, insist they are doing their jobs.
Walang kakalusot man, sir, basta sa amin lang ginagampanan po namin yung trabaho namin.
Albano says this is only the first of a series of security inspections in similar establishments. He says he also plans to inspect security measures in 24-hour convenience stores, which are easy targets. AC Nichols, Solar News.
Let's get the latest on the road from Jelly Bilhera. She's reporting live from EDSA Mega Mall. Jelly?
Pia, traffic is starting to build up in the northbound lane here along EDSA in front of SM Mega Mall, while the southbound lane is still looking light. EDSA Estrella is not looking good as northbound vehicles can expect heavy traffic, while southbound vehicles can expect moderate traffic. For those heading south tonight, expect moderate traffic in EDSA Muñoz, which will become heavy towards Timog. Traffic will become moderate again heading towards EDSA Ayala Evangelista. Those heading north will experience moderate traffic in Taft Avenue, where it becomes heavy going towards Ayala all the way to White Plains. And motorists will experience moderate traffic starting from Trinoma to Muñoz. And that's the latest traffic situation. Back to you, Pia.
Thank you, Jelly Bilhera, reporting live from EDSA Mega Mall.